What's up, buddy? Here, man. Oh, good boy. Come on. Come on, old man.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Sweetheart. Oh, buddy. You all right? Go over this way. Good boy, big guy. All right, we are here with Oli. Oh, buddy. Looks like his knees are bothering him today. A little trippy. Laura. Good boy. Just seems a little wobbly in his front end. All right. I'm always out here for him because he's got head shaking syndrome, so which is pretty self-explanatory, right? Like he just will sit there and shake his head a ton, and mostly for him it's pole and TMJ that are causing it. So I do a lot of work on his pole and his hyoid up under here, TMJs, everything up here to try to help prevent him from doing that head shaking so often. So he's about a once a month adjustment. That's what he gets. Sometimes a little bit more frequent if they notice that the head shaking is getting worse, but pretty much since he's started to get adjusted, it's gotten a lot better, and he doesn't do it nearly as frequently. But we did notice that if we put him on a regular schedule, which is every 8 weeks, he'll start that head shaking again before that 8-week mark. So we moved it up to once a month, just to see if we can get to it before he starts head shaking. Hello, Uncommon, thank you. He's an old barrel horse. He gives lessons now for kids. Just a really good, really sweet guy. Real easy to work on, and he's great with those kids. So she gets him worked on just to help him feel good and keep him feeling really nicely for the kids. So he's a little bit older, as you can see. He's about 20. Hit this right reflex point on the right side. So when I'm asking him to laterally flex here, which is to bring his butt towards me, I can feel him really resisting it through his mid-back. So let's see how he does coming to the right. So you can see that a lot more movement coming this way than going that way. So a little stiffness going to the left. Horsey. Yeah, he is really sweet. Hello, Nikita. What breed is he? He's a paint horse. American paint horse. There we go. All right, let's see if he'll lift his back straight up for me. There he goes. Good boy, good boy. So when I lift him up like that, I just want to see his back come up and kind of get a little convexity in the spine. So you'll start seeing the spinous process start to poke out along his top line. So when I bring him up, I want to get him up, 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 up. You can see those bumps starting to show up. And I just want to see that they'll stand there. Really let me give him a good flexion stretch, and that nothing is he's not giving me a pain response anywhere with it. And then this is the extension version of the same pressure point. So I'm just getting him to drop his pelvis down and forward, which extends the back. And that's what he does at the SI joints when he brings those legs back behind him. So it's a good thing to use to check your horses. His name is Oli. And And he's always just one of those really nice horses that, you know, when you get to go work on him, you just know it's going to be a really nice, easy appointment, and it's just going to be a nice one because he's just a really nice older guy. Oh, there we go. And on these old horses, you don't want to do these big, huge adjustments because you don't want to make them sore. So most of the stuff with him is just pressure, like I just did on his sacrum. Oh, that's way better. Good. You just want to get him loosened up, put some motion through the joints. You're not looking for any big pops or anything like that. Just want to help him feel good and move well, so he's safe for the kids and gives them a good experience. That's a good boy. And again, most of his issues are typically in his pole, TMJ, hyoid, you know, upper neck area. But I still check him all over just to make sure we're not missing anything that's popping up or something that's bothering him that's not normally a problem. And I always check him all over regardless of the chief complaint that the owner has, just to make sure. Good boy. Good boy. Let's see. Pole feels pretty good, maybe a little bit tighter on the left side here than the right. So I'm just going to check his motion around to his shoulder and just see if he can come around and touch where I'm pushing. He doesn't normally do this one very well, but we'll see. See, he just wants to walk away. That's typical for him. So most of the time I'll try on him a couple of times, and then I'll just go back and just do manual stretching, and I'll just use my hands on the halter to ask him to come around and touch. But this is typical for him. He just backs up. That's really good. So that's good movement on the left side. So I'll recheck the right. Holla boy, what's up? Thanks for coming back. He's a super cute horse. Well, there's no need to be scared of him kicking. You just got to be smart around him. Nitin, hello. Hey, Mads and the dogs, thanks for coming in. His name is Oli. He's a 20-year-old lesson horse. Gives a lot of lessons to kids. Oh. Yeah, so good movement to the left. You can see not so much to the right. So instead of doing the pressure point when they're resisting it that much, I'll just switch over to manual stretching and just checking his range of motion this way. So there you go. I can see that he's fighting this, and all I'm doing is applying really light pressure at his pole, and he doesn't want to break over. Which is why when I ask him to come around with that pressure point, it's early in the movement that he starts throwing his head up and he starts to walk out of it. So those pressure points can tell you a lot, and then once you try to do those and you notice that there's a problem, you can come back and do some manual range of motion testing to see if that shows the same thing that the pressure points were showing you. A little chilly out here today. He's not hurt, he just gets maintenance, and he's old and he's got some issues, so he just gets adjusted on a regular basis just to keep him feeling good and moving well. Excellent, Lady Cindy. There's really nothing to believe in. You know, some people go, oh, I don't believe in it, or whatever. They can say what they want to say. But it's like saying that you don't believe in getting your car aligned. You don't believe in getting, you know, you don't believe in keeping your structure moving freely and nice and loose and flexible. And then you get adjusted and it's like, holy smokes, I can't believe I haven't been doing this forever. But most people that just say, you know, they don't believe in it, or it's quackery or pseudoscience or whatever, they're just scared. And most of those people are guys. It's super, super rare to see a woman say that it's quackery or it's pseudoscience. It's always the guys, because the guys have the control issues where they just can't relax. They don't want somebody touching their head and neck. They're scared of the adjustment. In fact, when I had my human practice and, all I did was see people in the office, my clients would typically be about 90% female, and the only guys that would come in were guys that were brought in by their wives or girlfriends, or they were just, if that wasn't the case, they were just super desperate to try to fix their issue before they had to have surgery or something like that. So it was either they were very, very desperate, or they were dragged in kicking and screaming by their wives or girlfriends. Hey, what's up, Gouda? He's an American paint horse. Hello, D. Yeah, he'll be fine. Colorado, Canaquin, where are you in Colorado? South Africa, very cool. Oh man, I look forward to my coffee when I'm done working. It's like my treat every day. It's the way I get my day started, and then if I have a busy day, which is most days, it's like my prize at the end. Oh, that's a good boy. You can see they enjoy it most of the time because they just stand here and are really cooperative the vast majority of the time. He's got some arthritis in his neck too, so this side I think is just bothering him for the most part because of that. So anytime you've got an arthritic neck, you really don't want to put a whole lot of big adjustments through it because you're just going to make them sore. So what you want to do is just apply nice, easy pressure, and I'll just usually use a flat hand so it's comfortable for them. I don't want to use anything that's harsh. So no tools or anything, just a flat hand, and then you just push into it and then ask them to rotate. So that's all I'm doing is I'm using the halter and I'm just tapping on the halter to ask him to rotate around just to see if he can do it comfortably. And then wherever he starts getting sticky and stops that movement, that's really good, buddy. Then I'll put a little adjustment through there. But the key is to figure out where that spot is, where he rotates, but just starts to fight it. How's it going? Did you need to chat?
I was just saying hi. I just saw you and I just say hi.
All right, sounds good. Thanks. Good to see you. There you go. So there's his spots right there. So right at C4, it's sore on him, and you can feel the enlargement of the facet joints, which is the arthritis. So that's why you don't want to adjust through this very harsh. You just want to kind of motion palpate like this and just put some nice little inputs through the joint plane just to try to get those muscles to relax and keep them as loose as you can. But big adjustments on an arthritic horse will really sore them up. Yeah, I ride. I actually won a Reserve World Championship in June. It's pretty awesome. Thank you guys for watching. If you don't mind tapping that like button, giving me some thumbs ups, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you feel like you want to share the live, that would be really awesome. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. South of Colorado Springs. Thank you, Mads. Appreciate it. Hey, happy 44. Sylvia, good afternoon. Come on, buddy. Awesome. Cool. Good boy. So when I see a horse on maintenance, unless it's a situation like with him where he's got arthritis and a known issue like this head shaking that he's got, and you can see that reaction to me just pushing right behind his ear right there. Woo-wee. He is ouchy up there today.
He's been out for the last few days.
Really?
Yeah, he started dipping on his front leg
I saw him like,
I think it's his foot. I think he has an abscess.
Okay.
I wrapped it and it didn't do anything.
Uh-huh.
And I put cloud boots on and it didn't do anything. So
Okay.
I'm feeling it's an abscess in there.
okay,
So we just gotta wait
yeah.
for it to do its thing.
When I brought him over, he was like his knees were kind of buckling, like he was unstable on his front end.
Well,
Yeah.
he's usually more gimpy. I mean, arthritis does this, but usually he's more gimpy when he sits. So I'm sure he's extra sore because he's been
Okay.
sitting for like 4 days.
Oh, okay. Because of that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yikes. Poor guy.
Lovely old man.
I know. Aw. Oli might have an abscess. So when I initially pulled him out and started working on him, his knees were kind of trembling and he was kind of buckling in the front end. Looked a little unsteady, but she thinks he's got an abscess, so that makes sense. Hey, Luna and Ilery? We got some Arabian spam going on, it looks like. Oh yeah, those reining horses can be buku bucks for sure. Yeah, I've worked on horses worth close to $1 million over in Kentucky and in Dubai. I've worked on a lot of 5-star show jumpers, which multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, and it's definitely a realistic price range for sure, especially if they're stallions and they can breed them, and good mares go for a lot of money. Yeah, absolutely, Equine, happy to help. I also have a stretching course on my website if you're interested in learning even more. I've linked it in my description, but you can just go to sporthorsechiropractic.com as well. Hola Silvia, estoy en los Estados Unidos, en Arizona. Gracias para mirando. Very crazy. Oh, thanks, Mads. Appreciate you subscribing. Salud, Fabio. Gracias para mirando en Argentina. Argentina. I was watching some pretty cool videos of the Argentinian fans and how they prepare and party before their football games. Pretty awesome. It's something I definitely want to go do at some point. Go watch Argentina play. Whoa, but good luck getting tickets with Messi. Yeah, a little bit better rotation to the right. Not quite as jumpy, but I definitely need to fix this pull sensitivity here for sure. That's really, you can see that's just really sensitive there. So I got to fix that ouchy spot. Ella Ray. Oh, Ella Ray. Okay, cool. It's a cool name. I like that. It's pretty. Ella Ray. I don't know how many hands he is. I don't measure these guys, but he's, if I had to guess, I'd say he's like right at 15-1 maybe. He's little. So this is our big issue right there. And usually when they're sore up there, they're sore down here. This is hyoid, so usually you'll get some hyoid sensitivity when they have that pull sensitivity too. See, so that's right there, and right there. And I will get more, I'll have more success. Hey, do not bite. I'll have more success fixing this by fixing this than if I just went up there and fixed that. Sorry, they don't get to bite, guys. He can be pissy, but sometimes you just got to deal with the pissiness in order to help him. It's for your own benefit, buddy. There you go, good boy. So I'm just doing some trigger point stuff and just a little cross friction massage on these muscles up at the hyoid. And it's such an important area to work on because there's muscles that attach here that control the movement of the tongue. There's muscles that attach back here that go down to the shoulder, that go down to the sternum. It's called the sternohyoid and omohyoid. And there's muscle that goes up here and attaches to the hyoid called the occipitohyoid, and that's usually what's sore on them. But that doesn't typically get sore unless these muscles are sore down here, causing those to go into spasm. So that's what I'm working on right now. Not a lot to see, but it's just some soft tissue work. There you go. So that's a lot better there. And then the next thing I'll do is I'm going to check this again. Look at that. Now you can see how much better that is. And all I did was work here. I didn't do anything up here yet. So it's pretty amazing how that hyoid apparatus works and how those muscles can affect completely different parts of the body. Oh my gosh, Isla Ray, gotcha. So, move. Yeah, I just posted, well, I posted a video about a month or two ago on my Instagram. It's also on my TikTok. I don't think I posted it on YouTube, but I had to give a horse a pretty good correction because he bit me in the shoulder. And you should have just seen all the people just, I mean, they're still commenting on it today about how I'm abusive and mean to the horses and there's better ways and all this stuff. It's just crazy how people just think horses are big dogs and they get so offended when you discipline them. Good boy, good boy. But anybody that's watched my videos knows how much I care about these guys, and that's a last resort thing. But if they bite you or kick you, you better correct that behavior. Otherwise you will get hurt. They'll think, oh, that's okay. I got away with it once. I can get away with it again. So again, you can see how much better that is than it was before, just doing that little bit of work on the hyoid. I'm not a horse trainer, so that wouldn't be a question that I can answer for you. Good boy. But you know, everything to a horse, to a young horse or a Mustang, like which is a wild horse, is a threat until it isn't. So most things you just have to introduce them to it slowly, let them figure it out, let them realize that it's not a threat. You know, when they do a little bit when they have a little bit of a positive reaction, you take the pressure away and give them that little reward, that little dopamine hit, and you just slowly introduce them. Some of them take to it a lot faster than others, but as far as how to specifically do that, I'm not a horse trainer, so that's a good boy. So I'm just working on these extensor muscles at his pole. Just putting a little bit of stretch into them, and again, a little bit of massage up here, just to try to help those muscles relax. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. He's such a good horse. Good boy. Awesome. So I'm going to check this again one more time. That feels really, really nice. No pain in his TMJ. That hyoid discomfort's all gone there. And then I always want to check the hyoid on both sides just to make sure I didn't miss anything, and then check his TMJ on this side as well. And you can see with his eyes, he's really liking that pressure. So that's all good right there. Awesome, guys. If you can hit those likes for me, I would really appreciate it. Looks like we got almost 80 people in here, but only about 18 likes. So I would really appreciate those if you don't mind tapping that like button for me. And just let me know if you guys have any other questions while I'm working on Oli here. Hey, Sacred Lotus, good to see ya. Paula. Sorry I haven't been responding to your messages about your products, but I'm just really not interested. I get a lot of stuff sent to me like that, so, but I appreciate your persistence. Yeah, he's not jerking away or biting. He's super comfortable. This is Oli. So the other thing I want to do, since he was sore up under here at his hyoid, is I want to get in here and take his tongue out to this side, to the opposite side, and just let him kind of chew and pull his tongue back into his mouth. So you can see I'm just holding the tongue out to the side. I'm not pulling on it or yanking on it. I'm just holding it out here. And then when he tries to pull it back into his mouth, I just apply a little bit of resistance. And the whole purpose of that is to get him to work his muscles up under here on the left side of his hyoid. So they'll contract and relax and contract and relax. And we're just trying to pump whatever inflammation is in those muscles out of those muscles so it's more comfortable for him. And it helps just to get rid of any type of muscle spasms under there. But it's a very relaxing exercise for them. It's super easy for you guys to do for your own horses. And then I just hold it until he just really relaxes it and just lets this thing go. You can see he's not really fighting that anymore. Comes out super easy. And then I let it go and give it back to him. Hello, newbie. Yeah, it's an amazing thing to use. And you'll see, like, they'll stand here and lick and chew and yawn, take big, deep breaths. They just get really relaxed after that. Case in point, right? That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Awesome. Thank you guys for hitting those likes. I really appreciate that. Just takes a fraction of a second to do it, but it makes a big difference for those of us that are putting content out there. So thank you. Yeah, he is. He's an adorable, very sweet, sweet guy. Definitely gives off the old man vibes. Because he has that abscess on that left front, I'm not going to do his front legs today. And we'll see how comfortable he is with the back legs. Because when I pick up the back legs, especially that right hind, he's going to want to put that weight on the left front. And so it might cause him to be a little bit more uncomfortable. So we'll see. Just lifting that up for me. Whew. Yeah, so you can see that. So just picking up his hind legs, it makes him transfer that weight to the front end. And when they have abscesses and it hurts, they just don't want to hold the legs up. So I'm going to skip his legs today, and then next time we'll do the legs and everything once that abscess is gone and his discomfort's cleared up a little bit. Good boy. Because I don't want them to relate me with pain, right? Because then the next time I come out, they'll be a little bit more hesitant to let me do what I need to do. So what animals do I work on? Mostly horses. I do work on some dogs and some other farm animals, but the vast majority of them are horses. And of course, I still work on people. All right, so put this here. I got one more horse at this barn to work on named Dakota. She's a little paint mare, just like him, but he's a gelding. Put his halter up, and then we'll head over and get Dakota adjusted. All right. All right, so let's head over, get Dakota done. Yeah. So, what's going on with her? Anything in particular?
I bought her a few months ago.
Okay.